As I reviewed previously, document relative paths direct a browser to other HTML pages or resources along a path relative to your current page. Absolute paths direct the browser along a path starting from the root directory. You'll need to write absolute paths when linking to pages outside of your website, but will want to write relative paths to pages and resources inside of your website. Although more flexible, relative path names demand a firmer grasp of the notation used by HTML to locate files relative to the current directory. This can be very confusing the first time you write links in HTML, so let's go through some examples demonstrating this technique of writing relative links or relative paths. First, let's say that I'm working on a document in the www folder or subfolder here in this directory structure, and I want to link to the file pic1.gif down here in the graphics subfolder. The relative path to accomplish this would be /graphics/pic.1gif. The opening / means go over to the graphics subfolder down here from the www folder, and then inside of that folder go and get the pic1.gif file. That / indicates go into the graphics subfolder there. So again, the / character at the start of that file path indicates a subdirectory contained in the same directory as the current document. Now in contrast, the relative path from the root directory to the pic1.gif file would be this: www/graphics/pic1.gif. Again, the / indicate subfolders, and it also indicates that I'm going down the directory structure. Now going up the directory structure is a little bit trickier. Path names use the shorthand .. to go to directories above the current directory in the directory structure. Let's use another example. From the graphics directory or subdirectory right here, or subfolder, the notation for pathing to file1.htm in the HTML subfolder would be this: .. /HTML /file1.htm. Actually, that's incorrect. You would want to make sure that this is capitalized like that, because this folder is capitalized. You can see the problems inherent in really being precise in your pathing. The path must be correct as well as the names of the subfolders. This .. means from this graphics subfolder, go up to the www folder, and then the / here means go down inside of that folder and look for a file labeled file1.htm. The .. at the start of this path takes you up one level, again to the www directory. The next / then paths down to the HTML directory, and the last / proceeds down again to file1.html. So slashes path down the directory, double .. path up the directory structure. Let's run through one more involved example. This path is the correct way to path from the pic1.gif file here in the graphics subfolder all the way over to the pic2.ping file in the FTP folder. Notice I have two .. here. So that's going to come up from the pic1 to the graphics subfolder and then to the www subfolder. Then the / FTP indicates going over here to the FTP folder, and then the / means go down in that folder, look for a file labeled pic2.png. So there you have several examples for writing relative paths in an HTML document. Probably the best way to master this is just to start practicing writing documents and then linking to various resources and pages both within your website and outside of your website using both absolute path names and relative path names. Let's now move on to the next movie so I can give you some additional file structure and linking tips to help you avoid problems when writing your links.